Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Man Talk. Man Talk. Man Talk. Man Talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rah, 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 rah. Alright, so today we're gonna be talking about some bullshit, alright? What kind of bullshit, you might ask? Well, I'm gonna be talking about I'm gonna be making a fucking point that I honestly have not heard a single other person make. Yeah, I have not heard anybody else make this point, but which is surprising because this is like it just seems like it's such a common trend and it should be obvious, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know why I'm not the only one. I don't know why nobody else has made this point that I'm aware of, but whatever. I guess I might be a trailblazer in making this point. All right. So what is this fucking point, you might ask? All right. It's basically this trend. Now, obviously, not all women do this. Okay, not all women do this, but yeah, a very significant percentage of women do in fact do this. This is a very noticeable trend that a lot of women do. Not all though, but a lot of women do in fact do this. And it's basically where they like complain about their periods, but then they make fun of, belittle, and talk down to you know people with medical problems who don't get their periods or get their periods late or whatever. Yeah, like think about it. It's like they complain about something and then ableistically put down people with medical conditions who don't have what they're complaining about having, right? So so it's like what the fuck, I thought that women were supposed to be these kind, loving empaths, right? You know, most women, I'm not going to say all women, but yeah, most women will run their fucking disgusting mouths. They'll yak and carry on about how, oh, I'm just such a kind, loving woman because of my empath woman empathy, my female empathy. I'm such an empath woman empath. Right, right. This motherly love, female nurturing instincts go out the fucking window in a lot of situations, right? And this is one of them. I mean, like, take for example, all right, I'm gonna describe a scene from Game of Thrones. Okay, now yeah, I get that this is a quote unquote fictional story, but some of the scenes in that movie are actually very realistic. They portray a very real world phenomenon very accurately. And one of those scenes was where there's this fucking nasty old hag. What's her name? I think her name was Cersei. Yeah, she was a total cunt, by the way. She like pretty much everybody hated Cersei. And so yeah, so this nasty hag, this nasty cunt, she's like, she's like judging and belittling this fucking teenage kid because she hasn't gotten her period yet. And I'm thinking, wow, that is like, look, I get that Game of Thrones is a fictional story, but like this scene right here just perfectly demonstrates a pretty common trend. Okay, it's nasty cunt women who complain about their periods, but then belittle and harass people who don't have what they're complaining about having. And it's not their fault, right? It's because of some kind of like medical condition, right? It's some kind of like medical thing that's outside their control. Wow, what a bunch of kind, loving empaths. And what about this trend where a lot of fucking biological women are talking down to trans people, right? To transgender women and saying, "Oh, you're not a real woman because you don't get your periods." I'm like, I'm thinking, okay, so once again, all right, so these nasty bitches are going to complain about their periods and then put down and belittle a marginalized group of people with medical problems who don't have what they're complaining about having. And yeah, look, I don't think it's transphobic to say that transgenderism is a medical condition. Because think about it. What about intersex, right? What do you know that one of the letters in the quote unquote LGBT alphabet soup, yeah, one of the letters is I. It's like LGBTQIA plus or something. Yeah, the I stands for intersex, and yes, intersex is considered a medical condition, right? A type of, or like an umbrella term for different types of medical conditions. And that's not considered queer phobic. That's not considered you know bad or wrong to say that intersex is a medical condition. And transgenderism, what is transgenderism really? Okay, it's like it's brain intersex, right? It's brain intersex. It's people who, you know, have a brain chemistry that's biologically a different gender than the rest of their anatomy, right? So yeah, it's I think it's a very accurate way to describe it. Yeah, simply call it's brain intersex. That's a very accurate way of describing what transgenderism is. It's brain intersex. And I think it probably should be considered an intersex condition in of itself, but at the very least, it's certainly very similar to quote unquote traditional intersex conditions, right? So yeah, women. Okay, obviously not all women do this shit. Okay, I never said all women do this, but a very significant percentage of women do in fact do this. And let me just tell you, if you really want to convince people that you're such a kind, loving empath, maybe you should, well, I don't know, stop complaining about something and then harass and belittle people who don't have what you're complaining about having. You dumb little cunt. See, I mean, a lot of people see right through this whole female empathy lie. Okay, because if you look at these statistics, you'll find out that it's actually mothers who abuse and kill their own children more than fathers do. Yes, mothers abuse and kill their own fucking children more than fathers do, right? That's a fucking fact, all right? And you know who's the majority of the victims? The male children, right? So we keep getting told that domestic violence, it's always like men abusing women. They always have this like gendered way of looking at it, but no, it's actually male children who get abused the most, and it's female mothers. It's the perpetrator, right? The most likely perpetrator. Yeah, the mothers are more likely to abuse their kids than fathers, okay? And male children are more likely to be abused than female children, Those are the fucking facts, you fucking cunt, all right? Oh, I'm sorry. I said mean words that might hurt people's feelings. Yes, right. I need to just walk on eggshells and tiptoe around these fucking lying, evil cunts, all right? Look, all this fucking female empathy, lying shit that you keep hearing, that like a lot of these fucking evil hypocritical women want to promote. Look, all it is they simply want to brainwash their children into having Stockholm syndrome for them. That's it, right? They treat their kids like shit, and then they just want to brainwash their kids to have Stockholm syndrome. Like that's all it is, right? They just want to keep promoting this. I'm a kind, loving mother. I'm such a loving mother. You have to assume that I'm so kind and loving because I'm a mother, right? Yeah, it's just it's a cunt entitlement, right? That's all it is. It's a nasty cunt entitlement. And if you, I don't know, have unprotected intercourse and choose to breed unnecessarily and rape a baby in the process, yeah, think about it. Can a baby consent to being dunked in your cunt fluid and then have, their entire body covered in your cunt as you're squeezing them through your vagina? Yeah, no, a baby cannot consent to that. So if women are really so fucking kind of loving and empathetic, they probably think twice about raping a baby unnecessarily, right? Because think about it. If you want to have children, why not adopt? There's like millions of orphans worldwide who are getting tortured in foster care. If you want to have kids, why not simply adopt, And it spares you the pain and suffering of pregnancy and childbirth, right? So it's better for your own well-being as well if you simply adopt in order to fulfill your dream of having kids. But no, okay, most women, I'm not saying all women, I never said all women, okay, I never said all women, but most women will say, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about some, poor kid getting tortured in foster care. I care more about my genes, okay, my selfish, dumb cunt desires that are completely inconsiderate to the well-being of others. I want to breed my kid that has my genes, all right, because I value people for their genes, right? I don't care about their well-being. I don't care about, morality. All I care about is my fucking cunt genes, all right? And I don't give a fuck if, it harms me to get pregnant and to have my cunt ripped open while I'm giving birth to a baby. I don't care. I'm willing to sacrifice my own well-being just to be a dumb little cunt, all right? That's apparently the way that most women think, Like, holy fuck. Again, I just, look, I don't want to have kids at all right? But if I did want to have children, I would think, okay, it's easier to adopt, right? Because like, why would you want yourself or your partner to, um, I guess you could say, get horribly tortured and experience extreme pain and suffering through pregnancy and childbirth, and have all these extra medical bills to pay? You could avoid all that entirely by simply adopting. So it's easier for you as an individual slash couple, to adopt, right? Because you don't have to deal with that shit, the shit with pregnancy, right? It's just dangerous as fuck. It's painful as fuck, and you don't have to do it. Like it's completely unnecessary when there's 100 million orphans or more worldwide getting tortured in foster care. Why don't you adopt them? You fucking dumb cunt. All right. Wow. So much for your female empathy. But yeah, I mean, what the fuck is up with that shit? But but yeah, I mean, women, if you really think it's so fucking terrible to have your periods, what? I mean, okay, it sounds like you want to be trans. It sounds like you want to have a dick. I mean, is that not what? I mean, that's what it sounds like. And here's the thing: if that's really what you think, that's fine. If you really think, oh, I hate having my periods. I wish I was trans. I wish I had a penis. I wish I was a femboy or whatever. Look, if that's seriously your desire, if that's seriously what you believe, that's fine. Okay, I don't think that's offensive. But what I do think is offensive is where you beat down and harass people, who have medical conditions and are part of, marginalized, discriminated against groups of people with a very high suicide rate. Yeah, when you want to put them down for not having their periods, but then you're gonna turn around and complain about your periods. I think that is so fucked up. Okay, that's like so fucked up. Okay, to complain about something and then beat down people who don't have what you're complaining about having. You know, it's like such a mind fuck. It plus it puts people in this like lose mentality. Like, damn if you do it, damn if you don't. Yeah. So it's like, oh, if you do get your period, oh, it's horrible. Because it's just so terrible, right? But if you don't get your period, oh, well, now you're gonna get beat down and harassed by these hypocritical, toxic women who complain about something and then make fun of people who don't have what they're complaining about having. Dumb fucking cunts, all right? Dumb fucking cunts. And I'm not saying all women are like this. Of course, not all women are like this. There are definitely significant amounts of women who are not like this. I never said all women are like this, but I mean, for those who are like this, holy fuck, y'all need to just turn into a leaf and cut this bullshit out. All right, that's what you gotta do. Anyways, about all I gotta say today. See ya.